I'm Annette Dennis. I'm a dairy farmer. We own this small farm of 20 acres, my husband and I, and I'm also a veterinary technician with the Veterinary Services Division, the Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries. I have been doing this from 1987, so it's quite a few years now. I grew up on a dairy farm. My parents were dairy farmers. So when I got married, left home, and after a couple of years, I realized, dairying was the love of my life. So we started to look for a farm, and eventually we found this one. It took us a few years to get it going because we spent most of the money paying for the land. So eventually, when we started, it was definitely dairying that we decided to do. We started, strangely enough, we started with red pole animals. We bought calves, and we grew them out, sold them, and bought dairy animals. And we've been at it all of these years. We've never stopped. I thought I was going to be a dancer. I love dancing and poetry a lot. Yeah, so I sort of pursued that direction all the way through school, through high school, until about the third year of high school when I did agriculture. And then I realized, maybe I need to come back to dairying, because even when I'm in high school, I come home every evening and do the chores on the farm. The fondest memories were feeding the calves and getting to know all the animals, because in those days the animals had names and we had to know all names. And my parents probably had about 50 animals, and each of them had a name. So that was fun. Knowing them, just looking at the others and knowing that this was Sandra. Just watch them walk up and you know that was Cheryl, and you knew them. That was fun, getting to know them and know the names. And taking care of the calves. I get up at approximately 4 o'clock each morning. I get myself ready for the farm. I drink my coffee, I relax a little bit, and then I go out. By 5 o'clock, we are ready to start milking. The guys who help are here, the workers are here, and we are ready to start milking. We start at 5. By 7 o'clock, we are done with milking. We start feeding the calves at that point. I feed the calves while the guys proceed with cleaning up. Cleaning all the equipment and everything we've used, they proceed with that while I go over to feed the calves. And I feed the calves all the time. Once the calves are fed, they are let out. We've given them, fed with milk replacer. We give them hay and bag feed right after. Once that is done, I come in, I prepare breakfast for the guys who come before 5 o'clock. So I feed them at that point. And then we proceed to treat and look at all animals that are not doing well. We do that, and by that time, once we've done with that, it is now time for me to go off to work. And the guys will take the animals out to pasture on the other side. And they are there until about 2 o'clock, when they drive them in, and we start preparing for milking in the evening again, which is about 3 o'clock. I'm not here for that milking, but my husband oversees that. He's now retired and he is here. So, during the course of the day, he looks over everything else and calls me if I need to come and deal with anything.